Okay, the song is called Goodbye Grandpa. Grandpa was this nickname for Roy. He was 85. The song was written for his funeral. Roy died 3 years after I was living with and caring for him there. And he was 85. He died with no teeth in his mouth and not a gray hair on his head. He died with this really pure, childlike heart. The song, the eulogy, the only words we had for the eulogy, for the song was the line that says, "Goodbye, Grandpa. If ever a spirit was meant to be free, yours is most definitely just as you always lived it." And the paradox, like many people find with people with disabilities at large, the paradox for me with Roy was that here was this man with this massive pain that he'd suffered through having a disability in his life. He'd spent 60 years in an institution, separated from his family, never having his own room, you know, et cetera, losing all the freedoms that a normal person would have. And yet his spirit, which kept him alive through most of his life, including when his body was falling apart at the very end, his spirit was this indomitable, free spirit. And that was had the huge impact on me. And that was what I wanted to sing about. That's what I knew when Roy died. That was one human being that I knew that life continued. Because I knew Roy's spirit wouldn't die. Like it had kept him alive, and it was going to go on. And that's what the song really is about. And it was in a sense, you know, a prayer, a goodbye to this free spirit that continued.
Went for a drive, and I cried just thinking about you. Sitting there right next to me, so comfortable in your skin. And day after day I woke up to the ways that you greeted each day. Naked and singing, yeah, you were screaming, happy to have a new start. You keep teaching me about taking myself for all of my sin, and that all of the dirt that covers me can't keep my light from shining. Well, I know you're an angel now. You're free from the pains that you suffered down here. Would you be with me to help to guide me as I try to face them? So goodbye, Grandpa. If ever a spirit was meant to be free, then yours is most definitely as you always lived it. Goodbye, Grandpa. If ever a spirit was meant to be free, well, yours is most definitely as you always lived it. Goodbye, Grandpa. If ever a spirit was meant to be free, then yours is most definitely as you always lived it.
What do you think, Gramps?
Look at that grin. Look at that smile. It's worth $1 million.
Look at my...